This video is brought to you by CatBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
Hey guys, Youmuus here, and today we have a pretty experimental build to test out for you guys. As you guys see from the title and thumbnail, it looks pretty troll 5 Sterak'S Gages, but let's head into practice to it and let me explain why this build might actually be viable considering how troll it looks. Alright, so we're on the practice tool here, and first up, let's test out a normal Ezreal build. As you can see, we have a lot of damage items on Ezreal here. We can't use the more standard Bork and Man Immune, because first Bork, this has 10,000 health, so that'll fuck with our testing. And Man Immune takes just forever to stack, but it should be fine. Our build is still very AD heavy and strong, so 1 Q from this type of Ezreal does 488 damage, a lot of damage. And the benefit of this build compared to my build is the auto attack. This has really good sustained damage, as you can see. And you can, of course, crit with the Infinity Edge. But now let's try out our build, which, let's just sell all of these and get 5 of those. And the reason we get 5 Sterak'S Gages is they increase our base AD, which gets doubled up by Spellblade. I bet you guys never seen a Triforce say it does an extra 483 damage before. So look at this. I have 4,000 health right now, and my Q does 409 damage. We actually do more damage with Q on this build. Granted, our auto attacks are slightly worse. It's about 100 damage less consistently, and of course we can't crit. But think about it. We have 4,000 health compared to our like 1,500 before, so we're 3 times tankier. Our Q does more damage actually, and our auto attacks only do 100 less damage. And you guys know Ezreal, he's really hard to catch already when he goes full AD. Imagine how hard it is to kill Ezreal when he has 4,000 health like this. And a good option to do is actually to sell one of these. Let me sell one of these. And to go Frozen Mount. So now you can perma slow people with your Q2, and it does around the same damage. So pretty crazy stuff, this build on Ezreal. Let me show you guys some other champions this build could be viable on. Alright, so we're on to the next one, and it's Mordekaiser. So why are we doing Mordekaiser? Mordekaiser is one of the highest base ADs in the game at 146. Actually, he is the highest, not one of the highest. He's the highest at level 18. And that makes it so that Triforce, just with no items, already does 292 damage with just the Spellblade. But look what happens when you buy a bunch of Sterak'S. Gotta use a spell to cast it. Oh. It didn't update yet. Let me wait for it to update. 730 damage from just Spellblade. So let's see how much damage that actually does with one auto. So we're going to press Q, auto. 822 damage in one auto. You guys might be thinking, oh, Rengar, you know, all these other assassins can do way more than that. Yeah, but look at me. I have 4,000 health, dude. And Mordekaiser's passive gives him even more based on health. So I have upwards of like 5,000 health in a fight. And I can like still flash on an 80 carry and do 800 damage. This isn't with the final hit too. Let's see how much damage you can do with my preferred build with this. We just sell one of the Gages for a Titanic Hydra. And then we're just going to stack it up right here. So 1, 2. We're going to wait for Triforce. Proc this. We did 1,400 damage in one auto. With a 4,000 health character. Which is a little bit crazy. There's some other champs that could use this. So next one up is probably the most, I think, viable one to really use this build actually, just because he's such a good champion. Alright, and my last recommendation here is Gangplank. Gangplank doesn't get quite as much as Mordekaiser at 700, but he does get 535, which is very respectable compared to Ezreal. And he gets a little bit more health actually. His base health is really good. So he has 4,100 health, and his Q of course applies it. So right there, 516 damage on the Q, and most Gangplanks don't even auto attack, they only really use Q. And here's a look at it with the barrels. It applies on the barrels as well, of course. 775 damage. And you get some armor pen on there. And since all of them, I sold one item for recommendation. For this one, I actually recommend you guys sell one of them for a Ghost Blade. Just so that you do a little bit more damage to squishies. So let's see it. It doesn't do that much extra damage to the target dummy, but against a squishy, the 20 lethality, well 15 now because we got nerfed, is going to do a lot of extra damage. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this kind of interesting video talking about some builds and stuff. Some other champions could benefit from this as well, like Mundo, Trinity. Tell me what you guys think this build would be good on. I think I ran through all of the champions in my head, and these are kind of my personal favorite. But yeah, it's YouumuusYT signing out. Hope you guys found this interesting, and I'll see you guys later.